Wow, I don't know how we're going to get that out.
On this week's Bondi Vet Top 5.
It's pretty concerning. Labradors are renowned for eating things they shouldn't eat.
If Simba has swallowed a locket, it could poison him through metal toxicity.
And sometimes they eat an incredible array of really quite crazy things.
The chicken wing is about this big, and Bowie is about this big.
Number 5.
You are not going to guess what happened here. This little one here is the sweet soul is Honey.
Hey, Honey, what have you been doing?
Honey's owner saw her with a large object in her mouth.
Ate a spoon.
Ate a spoon.
Not like a metal spoon.
A metal spoon.
Are you sure it's just not gone missing somewhere, or?
The owner was getting food ready for the dogs, and then left a bit of food on the spoon, and then next thing you know, bam!
Anxious owner Lyndall is waiting in reception.
I literally dived on top of her to try and pull it out of her mouth, but I watched it go in. It just went in too quickly.
The question now is how to get the spoon out.
The only way to find out is to take an x-ray. If it's a metal spoon, it'll show up on the x-ray.
Okay.
Hey, sweetheart. Yeah, she looks pretty bright. Look at her trotting along. Happy as Larry. What's all the fuss about, hey, honey?
Can't feel anything in there?
No, she's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Or she'd at least be showing some signs of discomfort. But let's have a look.
We're about to find out.
Ready? Are you ready for x-ray?
Nah, it won't be.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god.
It's the biggest spoon on earth.
Wow, I don't know how we're going to get that out.
It's half the size of her.
I've never seen anything like that before. Have you?
Never a 23 centimetre spoon.
The large spoon is clearly lodged deep in Honey's stomach.
What are the options?
Okay. To me, the only option is to get an endoscope and get her under anaesthetic and scope it out. Unless you think there's another option there.
Well, if we go to surgery, remove the spoon from the inside, make an incision in the stomach, but let's try the scope first, because if we can get that out without having to go to surgery, that would be ideal.
Yeah. The worry is that getting it out, we could cause more damage, but it's got to come out.
The plan that Alex and I have come up with is we're going to put a camera down there, put a snare around it and slowly pull it out, and hopefully it comes out and doesn't cause any trauma.
All right, sweetheart. It's going to give her pain relief directly via her IV, so gets on board as quickly as possible.
Alex and Gerardo have never attempted to remove an object this size from a dog's stomach.
So I guess we give this a go first, and if it doesn't work,
And then it's to surgery. You ready?
yeah. Nothing yet. Jeez, I hope it hasn't gone down further.
That's it there. You see it?
No, where? Up, there it is.
There. Okay, right there.
Okay.
Okay, you got to keep us in the middle.
Did you want to drive?
If you want me to. I got it.
This is typical. So we can see the very end of the handle of the spoon. What Gerardo's going to do now is try to get a loop of wire around that, and then we're going to try to pull it out. But we've got to remember that the wide part of the spoon is right down in the stomach, and that's the tricky part.
Feeding the loop down now.
I don't know if that loop's going to be big enough.
So we need a new loop because the loop itself is not opening wide enough to go over the spoon handle. So fingers crossed we have one that's big enough.
If this doesn't work, Honey will face surgery.
Oven will inflate with gas.
I knew this was going to be hard, but I think it's going to be harder than we think.
Okay, inflating.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's better.
Much better.
Now the trick is...
It's going to be trying to get it over. Oh, yep. Oh, that looks good. Come on.
Try and get that edge.
Come on. Come on, come on. I'm just going to go a little bit further in.
Yes, please.
Yep.
Okay, tighten down, Amelia. You tighten down? Okay.
Okay, tighten down.
Whoa. Try and get that edge. Whoa. Okay.
All right, this is just the first step though, remember? That is a metal on metal and it could easily slip.
Okay.
So we're just gonna have to go really slowly. Yes,
Let's see if we could pull it and
just
Alex.
go slowly. I'm pulling back and it's not wanting to come. So the problem is that we're getting the wide part of the spoon up to the esophageal sphincter and it won't come through.
So the plan is that we're going to put this down there and we're going to open up, and hopefully that opens up the sphincter so the spoon comes out with it.
The procedure is becoming more complicated than they hoped.
I'm stressed as hell. Forward, Alex, please. They just do not want to go.
Oh, wants to dig a big hole in that esophagus.
So now we're pulling the claw out with the jaws open. We're all pulling, he's pulling. She's coming. Pull.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So it's out of the stomach, which is the first step. Now we've got to get it up the esophagus without doing more damage. Ready?
Let's go, guys.
Okay.
Let's go, team. Go.
Oh, it's coming now.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's pharynx.
Here we go. Oh. Oh my. Wow. Oh my goodness. It's a spoon.
That was.
Cannot believe it. Good job, guys.
Look at that. That's how big that spoon was.
She's going to be so sore tomorrow. I cannot even imagine. I think probably rest in hospital tonight and then get you home in the morning.
The big test now is to see if Honey's appetite has been affected.
All right, I've got some chicken here for her. It's a really good sign if she eats a bit of this. Ready? I want to see how you can swallow, because I would say, if I was you, I would have a very sore throat. All right, let's just start with a little bit. Oh, thank you. Oh, no problems there at all. You are one lucky dog. Good girl. So we're going to send her home on some medication just because she's got some ulceration from the trauma from the spoon, and we want to make sure that that all heals up. She's off. In here, this way. Who's in there? Who's in there? Oh. She just ate a little bit of chicken for me then, so just want to make sure she was all good with that. And I also thought I'd better give you the spoon. I don't know if you still wanted it, but I thought you should really hold on to that, so, okay. Good girl, hey? You've got to stay out of trouble.
Thank you.
See you guys. I think she's going to be one very lucky dog.
Number 4.
Hey, we got here.
Simba's swallowed some Tiffany jewellery, so Mummy's not happy with him.
That isn't very good at all for anybody.
On the Gold Coast, Alex is dealing with an unusual cat burglar who seems to have developed a taste for his owner's jewellery.
So when you say Tiffany jewellery, what sort of jewellery?
So she's saying a heart-shaped or a pendant about that big, so maybe about 10-cent coin, something like that.
Okay.
So.
And how sure is she that he ate it?
Pretty sure.
Simba's owner, Amina, immediately became alarmed when she noticed her expensive Tiffany locket was missing.
I didn't see him swallow it. He was biting me on my wrist, and then I took off the bracelet. I looked around my bed, looked on the floor, looked everywhere, and I was like, did you swallow it? And he looked like he was like ashamed or angry or something. He just ran off, and I'm like, oh my God.
Looking a little bit
Expensive
sheepish.
Expensive taste.
Okay. You stay with me, Simba. I've got to check you out and find out if you've had a bit of a taste for expensive jewellery. Hey? Hey. Cats are generally pretty smart with what they put in their mouths, so if Simba has eaten it, this is a pretty unusual situation. His heart rate's okay. I just want to feel of his tummy.
Amina acted quickly, but Alex is concerned the missing locket could already be deep in Simba's gut.
Cats and metal don't go well together. If Simba has swallowed a locket, it could poison him through metal toxicity. So if it's in his stomach, then we've got a chance of getting it out. But if it's gone through further, that'll be surgery. The question is, has Simba swallowed the pendant or not? And the quickest way for us to find that out is to take an X-ray.
Come on, big boy.
lot of the time we take an x-ray and there's actually nothing in there and it's good news and they can go home. So fingers crossed that's what's going to happen with Simba.
Good boy, darling. Hang on.
Hey, it's a bit worried, aren't you?
Good boy. Oh wow, there it is. It's big. That is not going to be easy to get out.
It's really big for a small cat.
Yeah, that's not good.
No,
It's not good for you, Simba.
Simba's been nabbed, and suddenly his pricey snack has landed him in a whole lot of trouble.
Oh, Simba, what have you done?
That's huge. Gosh, how did he swallow that? Come and have a look at this.
Whoa.
Yeah.
On the Gold Coast, Alex just x-rayed Simba the cat, and she wants to show her partner Gerardo her extraordinary find.
I've got to say, I did not expect that. My biggest worry is how are we going to get this out?
Simba has swallowed his owner's expensive Tiffany locket, and Alex is concerned he could be poisoned if the metal pendant starts to corrode.
I'm seeing one huge challenge with getting that out. Look at this, all this food.
That's going to be an issue.
Simba urgently needs an endoscope, but the special camera will struggle to locate the locket with so much food all around it.
If that locket moves out of the stomach into the intestine, it's too late and Simba would need surgery. Okay, let's go and tell her the news.
Simba's worried owner Amina has been waiting for news about her cheeky cat burglar.
Hey Amina.
Well, when I heard that he swallowed the locket, I absolutely couldn't believe it, but it's something that he would do. I was scared, like, what if he dies? I don't know, I was just so anxious, I started crying. Like, if something happened to Simba, I don't know what I'd do with myself. I just care about, like, that he's okay.
Sorry, Simba. I know, sweetie. Sting, sting. Good boy, I'm sorry.
The first thing we're going to try with Simba is to induce vomiting. There's a small chance the locket will come up, but I'm hoping we can remove at least some of that food. The drug also makes them sleepy, so it is also possible that he might just fall asleep. Now it's just a waiting game to see if Simba will vomit with this drug that we've given him. It only works in about 30% of cases, so there's a more than even chance that he's not going to vomit, but it's worth a try. Good boy, you're okay.
As the minutes tick by, Simba isn't responding.
All right, we'll have to go to plan B. As I expected, no vomiting and a very sleepy Simba.
The plan now is to put the camera down into Simba's stomach to see if they can locate the locket.
Just going to induce anaesthetic now. So we need him asleep for this before we put the camera down into his stomach. This is going to be a two-man job. I'm going to position the scope and Gerardo's going to drive.
Okay.
He's got skills back from playing video game days, so I think he's got the best chance of getting this out because it is not going to be easy.
Okay, here we go.
I'm going down.
Fingers crossed we can grab that locket and pull it out. In the esophagus. We're heading down towards the stomach.
Oh, he's awake. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Suddenly, things take a turn for the worse.
Quick, 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 quick. Oh, he's awake. Whoa, 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 whoa. Quick, 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 quick.
On the Gold Coast, cat burglar Simba has suddenly started to wake up from his anaesthetic.
Give me another needle.
Alex and Gerardo are trying to retrieve a silver locket from the 2-year-old cat's esophagus.
It's not right, doesn't even turn.
After a few tense moments, Simba is fully under again, and the hunt can continue for the missing locket.
Looking good.
Unfortunately, Simba's full stomach is making the search difficult.
Like rice soup, and we got to go snorkeling through it. Yeah, this is not a good situation at the moment. We've just got zero visual on anything except for a whole heap of food in the stomach. It's making it really hard. We can't find this locket, and I'm worried it's moved out of the stomach and into the intestine.
The decision is made to quickly do another X-ray in the hope of pinpointing exactly where the locket's located.
So it's sitting on the right side.
So it's in a
At least
TV
it's,
position.
at least it's still in the stomach. Simba's now been under anaesthetic for a long time, and the longer he's asleep, the more chance of complications. All right, back in. Just holding on.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
Whoa! Oh, yes, you have got it!
Finally, the team's in luck.
Hold on to that thing.
Oh my God. All right, you do not let it go.
Not let go, Amelia.
This is one of the most complicated endoscopes we've performed. It's taking every member of the team to do this.
Okay. It's in the esophagus. Yep.
Okay.
That's it. Oh my.
Oh, yes.
Wow. It is a locket too. I still can't believe that a cat would swallow a metal object that large. That was an hour and a half, and in the end, it paid off, and it's out. Cuddle you up, mister. Wake you up. We're just going to move Simba into ICU for recovery, just because he's been under anaesthetic for a long time, and some of the food's come up his esophagus, so we need to watch him really closely and protect his airway. Hey, little man. Looking a bit sleepy.
At the Gold Coast Emergency Hospital, Simba the cat burglar has fully woken up.
Hey, you gave everyone a fright. Hey, but you're looking good. You woke up okay.
So Simba's looking really good. He's recovered fine from the anaesthetic, and I reckon we'll be sending him home tonight.
Alex is excited to reunite Simba with owner Amina.
Look who I've got here. Very happy boy to see you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay? I've got something for you.
Amina's also getting back her missing locket.
It's actually from an ex-boyfriend. I actually asked him, like, do you want me to give it back to you? And he said no, and I kept it because it's beautiful. Like, it's Tiffany. Like,
yeah.
You can throw away Tiffany.
Oh, yeah, the source of so much trouble.
Pretty much.
I'm sure he's going to get lots of cuddles tonight.
Yes.
See you, Simba. That's the first time I've ever taken a heart out of a cat, and I'd say that was pretty successful. Will you stay out of trouble, Mr. Hain?
I can sleep soundly now.
And cat burglar Simba has also fully recovered after the ordeal to remove a Tiffany locket from his esophagus.
When Simba first came home, he wasn't eating much because his throat was hurting. But after a few days from the hospital, he was such a naughty boy, like up to no good. Like he walks around on shelves, he knocks things over. He just gets so excited. And every single time we eat dinner, he's always at the couch waiting.
Expensive jewellery is now definitely off Simba's menu.
This week's number 3.
This is Carson. Carson's a 3-year-old who owners have just reported have eaten a large yogurt container 3 days ago.
On the Gold Coast, a greedy young Labrador has been rushed into Gerardo.
Wow. Come home, found a container on the floor with big chunks missing off it.
Owners Maureen and Robert fear their boy has been up to mischief.
After having a look around the house, we couldn't find much plastic or anything, so we figured that he must have consumed most of the container.
Oh, it's pretty concerning. Labradors are renowned for eating things they shouldn't eat.
Underwear, socks, anything he can get.
Yeah, he's very mischievous.
Anything that's not at least 10 foot off the ground he can get to.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's been doing this for 3 years.
Oh, Carson.
Owner feeds him and then he vomits pieces of container as well as his food, but he's also passing chunks of container as well.
You're bringing up the container on both ends. Only a Labrador would eat the whole container too, mate.
Sharp pieces of the yogurt container could now be trapped somewhere in Carson's intestine.
Good boy.
Good boy, Carson. I never feel of his belly, hey? My biggest concern for Carson is that yogurt tub is causing an obstruction within his gastrointestinal tract. I can't feel anything, but it doesn't rule out that there's nothing sinister going on the inside, especially the fact that he's vomiting bits of container up.
He's stolen my prescription glasses and come home and there's glass.
Destroyed?
Yeah, destroyed about 3 pairs and yeah, he's cheeky.
Well, let's go take an x-ray, hey? See what the x-ray tells us. What we need to do now is perform some diagnostic tests to assess whether or not there are signs of obstruction in his gastrointestinal tract. Are you ready, team, for x-ray?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, lift. Oh. And then on the side, good boy, Carson.
Good boy,
good boy, good boy. Yes.
Right, I'll talk you through it, mate.
Okay, I'm going to slide you forward.
Good boy.
There we go.
Good boy.
And then,
more cream. Yep.
so the thing I'm looking for here is to whether or not there is indication of an obstructive process.
Oh.
Oh, he does have some distended pieces of intestine there. Now, hey, handsome man.
Come here.
I'm a little bit concerned, team. This should be a gas ball, but what we have is we have some kind of irregular opacity here, and my concern is he's got something in his stomach, and that's the reason why he's vomiting. Good boy, Carson. Okay.
Boy.
I'm a little bit concerned, team. This should be a gas ball, but we have some kind of irregular opacity here.
Still on the Gold Coast, Gerardo is trying to find out what's wrong with 3-year-old Carson. It's feared the greedy Labrador has swallowed an entire carton of yogurt.
So next step now, ultrasound. Have a look in the inside of his stomach and see if we could see something there.
Carson, come on, mate. Boy, good man. Sit down there. Good boy, sit down.
Let's see if ultrasound gives us some answers, team.
Gerardo urgently needs to find out if any sharp pieces of the plastic container are blocking Carson's intestine.
He's a big puppy. It's not the easiest abdomen to ultrasound. Okay, mate. Okay, mate. Good boy. All right, team. I think it's all just in his stomach. Yeah, if it's been in for 3 days, it could have caused quite a lot of trauma on the inside. It's a good thing they brought him down. The rest of his intestine is empty. There's no obstruction there, so I don't think issues further down. I think it's all just related to the outflow of his stomach.
Owners Maureen and Robert are terrified their special boy will have to undergo surgery. But first, Gerardo is going to try inducing Carson to vomit.
Good boy, Carson. I know, matey. Rub it on the inside your gums there. This is pretty potent stuff.
So good, you're holding your breath.
Oh. Okay, time to go hunting for treasure. Oh, look at that. That's heaps of plastic. Heap of a cloth as well. He definitely ate the yogurt tub, and he decided to eat part of a tea towel. I can't imagine how that would pass through very easily.
A bit sharp.
It all came out in a ball, which is what I believe was what we saw on X-ray and ultrasound. So once he finishes vomiting, I'm gonna go and repeat the X-ray and see whether or not there's anything else left in his stomach. Fingers crossed, he's brought it all up. I know you don't feel so good, matey. You sit here. Legs to us, Carson. On your side, matey. On your side. And... oh. Okay. What we can see is in the last ones, there was this structure here with some gas around it, and then that repeat X-ray of the same side shows nothing.
A very subdued Carson will be kept under observation for the next few hours.
Okay, so let's pop him on some fluids. Little one, bit more. Okay, I'm gonna trust you with the bowl. Are you gonna go for the bowl? Good boy, Carson. That's it, mate. Carson, you be a good boy and you keep that down, okay? And if you do, you get to go home. This is the way.
And 3 hours later, Carson has fully recovered and it's time to be reunited with relieved owners Maureen and Robert.
There we go. He pulled me through the door.
Hey, gorgeous. Did you miss
Here we go.
Hussy, you want to go home, mate?
I don't
You
know.
want to go home, okay?
I think you might want to stay.
Good boy.
You gonna go hunting some more yogurt tubs, mate?
Oh, no way. No more yogurt.
No more yogurt.
No more tubs for you, baby.
You've got to be a good boy.
All socks, all socks.
All
No more.
socks. No socks or tubs or
And what's
cheese
this,
or
what's this punk leg you got there, eh?
Yeah, that's where we place. So fingers crossed we don't see Carson again, hey?
That's good.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks very much for that.
Everything you've done.
Okay.
Number 2.
Hey mate, how you going? My name's Gerardo.
On the Gold Coast, Gerardo has a little patient with a big problem.
Bowie is a 4-month-old cavoodle that's been brought down by his owner because Bowie was chewing on a chicken wing and decided to eat the whole thing in one go.
He had it and the kids were chasing him and he swallowed it.
Oh, okay. Sometimes when they're big like that, they can go past the throat, but they're not quite make it to the stomach.
Yeah.
So we'll check Bowie out, make sure he's comfy, and then we'll come back through and have a chat as to sort of the plan and stuff. Is that okay?
Yep.
Owner Nick bought the puppy for his 2 young children.
Gave Bowie like a little chicken wing and he was outside eating it, and then he ran inside and started eating it inside, so we were like trying to get him and the kids were chasing him around. And usually I can trade him with something, so if he's got a pair of undies I can get like a fluffy toy and do a trade. But yeah, he didn't give me that opportunity with the chicken wing. It was obviously very precious to him.
You thought that they were going to come and take it off you, so you're like, no, it's my chicken wing. Listen to hands, look at mouth. No, little razor teeth. No. Okay, it's definitely not the back of his mouth. So my concern is that if it hasn't made it all the way down to the stomach, it's stuck in his esophagus, and that can cause some pretty significant trauma. The chicken wing is about this big, and Bowie is about this big. So there's a possibility there that it may not have made it all the way down into his stomach. Your daddy did the right thing bringing you down so quick.
If the chicken wing is stuck in Bowie's esophagus, Gerardo fears it could puncture his food pipe, and that could be fatal.
Good boy, Bowie.
Nick has been waiting anxiously to find out if the much-loved family pet is going to be okay.
Big concern is that if it hasn't gone all the way down, it means it's stuck in his esophagus in his chest.
Yep.
And because of the size of it, if it stretches out the esophagus, it can cause pressure, and the pressure can actually cause a hole in the esophagus, and then it's deadly.
Nick and his family recently suffered the loss of a family pet, so to lose Bowie would be devastating.
We had another little dog and she recently died, so my daughter loves animals, so we sort of had to get another dog.
And how's Bowie with the kids?
Oh, really good, yeah. Oh, he's a bit bitey in the puppy stage at the moment, so he's mischievous. He steals everything, runs away with it, which is what he was doing with his chicken wing.
Okay, so what we need to do is take an x-ray, see where it is.
Yep.
The best outcome here is it's in the stomach.
Okay.
Because it's a raw bone.
Okay, it'll break down.
It will break down. It may take a while, but it should break down.
Okay.
If the chicken wing is lodged inside Bowie's esophagus, it could actually rupture the esophagus. And that is bad, bad news. Good boy. Oh, now you're awake. It's right, just a bit of a stretch.
On the Gold Coast, Gerardo is about to x-ray 4-month-old cavoodle Bowie to try to locate a dangerously sharp chicken bone.
Yours is so cute. We're gonna go take that x-ray now, hey? And make sure that chicken bone's in your stomach. What we need to do is find out where the chicken wing is, whether or not it's gone all the way down in the stomach or is stuck in his esophagus. Let's have a look, hey? Fingers crossed it's in your stomach.
Gerardo is worried that if the bone hasn't moved into Bowie's stomach, it could tear his esophagus, which would be fatal.
Put lie on your side. Oh, what a brave boy.
Okay, step out.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get it.
Did I get it? Did I get it?
Little Bowie is restless, and it may have affected the x-ray.
Oh, that's a beautifully terrible x-ray.
Gerardo now needs to attempt a second x-ray with the frisky pup.
It's okay. Good. Just good to stay still for like 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and that would have been enough. Here we go. TV Bowie. Bowie. Gentle. We've definitely got that. Here we go. Success. I've taken an x-ray of Bowie's stomach and chest. Thankfully, the chicken bones are in his stomach. Look at the size of that chicken bone. That's huge.
Oh no, would he cried when he swallowed it?
Yeah.
Gerardo is now hoping the chicken wing will dissolve in Bowie's stomach.
Yeah, it's really good news.
However, the little puppy isn't out of danger yet.
There's a possibility there that the bones may get stuck in his intestine or cause a perforation. That is concerning. Hopefully, it should pass through. Can you smell it? Can you smell it? Come on, chicken. You're gonna make sure you can eat some food properly.
On the Gold Coast, Gerardo is trying to coax cavoodle pup Bowie to eat some chicken, but this time, no bones.
Don't like the chicken. The first dog on earth who doesn't like the chicken.
After the earlier scare with a chicken wing, Bowie seems reluctant to try the cooked meat.
Bowie was eating a chicken wing and swallowed it whole and yelped in the process. And he's not a very big boy. Okay, ready? Hey, look at this. Nom nom nom. I'm gonna eat it. Look at it. I'm gonna eat it. Nom nom. Nom nom. Nom 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 nom. I ate it. It's safe.
Gerardo tries an unusual tactic.
Oh, come on, come on. Good boy, good boy. Nom nom nom. Good boy.
And it works. Before Bowie can head home, Gerardo needs to have an important chat with owner Nick.
So this is an X-ray of the side view of Bowie. This is his chest, and then this is his stomach, and then this is the chicken bones.
Yeah.
You can see they're like huge.
Yeah. Stomach, massive.
That's gonna sit in there for a while.
Okay.
But it should slowly break down. One concern is that it could obstruct a piece of intestine, and then he may require surgery, or if it actually perforates, if it sticks through the actual stomach wall or something, then that's an issue as well. But you know, it's a fair chance that it'll pass through, and I think it's worth giving it a go if you can monitor them closely. I explained to Nick that now that the bones are inside Bowie's stomach, the likelihood is that those bones will get broken down by the stomach acids. Here you go, mate. Oh, I'm so glad I was able to give Nick this news, because they've only had Bowie for a couple months and they love him dearly.
Awesome, thanks a lot for your help.
That's all right, no problem. You take care, Bowie.
And this week's number one.
John has come to Scott's Isleworth practice in London, worried about his red Burmese cat, Alex.
Very quiet, mate, isn't she?
Several days ago, the mischievous one-year-old ate something he shouldn't have.
Alex is hyperactive, never sits still, and unfortunately he found some baling twine. The next day I found sick on the stairs, and in the sick was the baling twine. He hasn't actually eaten any string before, no.
Hi there, John. Good morning.
Hi there, Scott.
How you doing? You well?
Not too bad, thanks.
Good to see you. Hi, Alex. Eating any more string overnight, or?
No.
He's giving it a break now,
He's
is he?
giving it a break.
Yeah.
It's
And
pretty...
any more vomiting?
No.
Okay. All right. So a little bit of improvement.
Yeah.
But still some concern.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, let's bring him back down into the hospital.
Okay.
We'll have a little check and then we'll go from there, shall we? Do you want to take him?
Yeah, sure.
I'll get him. Come on. Come on, lad. Initially on day one, Alex was vomiting. We took X-ray imaging. We couldn't see any obstruction, so we'd hoped that maybe he had been sick to bring up the string that he'd consumed. Let's have a look at you. Let's spin you around this way. There we go.
It's been 3 days since Alex has had a bowel movement, so John's concerned some string is still inside Alex.
Hello, buddy. Yeah, he's such a great looking cat, isn't he?
He's a good looking cat, isn't he? Yeah, he's fantastic. Alex is very important. He's a lovely cat, very affectionate. I live on my own, so he's fantastic company.
He's a beautiful boy, but he has a behavioural quirk which is called pica. So pica is basically when an animal decides they want to eat something that's non-food.
Yeah.
And clearly string is not food.
I have a paper delivered.
Right.
So I've had to put a box around the letterbox because otherwise he rips the paper to shreds.
That's a dog thing.
So you're going to tell me that he eats your homework as well. Animals are wonderful, but they're also wonderfully nuts. And sometimes they eat an incredible array of really quite crazy things. I've had dogs that have eaten billiard balls, condoms, just all sorts of disgusting things. Let me just have a quick feel of his tummy. There's just more in here than there should be.
Right.
it should be empty and it's not.
Should be.
I think the first thing we'll do with you, mate, is we'll be taking another x-ray. Then we'll perform the endoscopy.
Right. Camera
Down the throat, have a look and see what we're dealing with. We need to make sure that there isn't any string still present.
Well, the best outcome is that with the endoscope, they find something, get hold of it, pull it out, and he doesn't have to have an operation.
You want to say goodbye to your boy then?
Good boy. We'll be worried about Alex because he's very dear to me and we don't want anything to happen to him.
X-ray. What we've got here is we use these balls, they're barium, which come up as dents on an X-ray, and that gives us an idea of, is it a complete obstruction or is it a partial obstruction? Now these were given to this cat over 24 hours ago. These balls are still in the stomach and they should be emptied probably around 6 hours after they're consumed, and that's just not normal. So it just shows there's something in the stomach which is blocking the progression of these balls through the gastrointestinal tract.
To find out if string is causing the blockage, Scott puts a camera down Alex's throat and into the stomach.
Okay. Unfortunately, what I'm seeing is quite a bit of blood in here. And if there is something stuck in the stomach, obviously that's enough to make it angry. Okay, so just pull it back a little bit and keep going. And all I can see is fluid and a bit of blood. So what I need is a bit of air put in there to then open up the stomach and hopefully show me whatever it is that's lurking in there. I need to get better visualization to allow me to see what I needed to. So my colleague Judith came in and together we were able to inflate the stomach enough to be able to see the problem. Okay, so that's much better. Whoa, what's that? Whatever it is, it's starting in the stomach and then it's going down into the small intestine.
It's not good news. If string has entered the young cat's intestines, Alex's life is in danger.
Sort of fibrous, and I'm just worried about what injuries I might cause if I pull it out. Whenever any animal consumes what we call a linear foreign body, it's always something that we watch very, very closely. The concern is that when you swallow something long and thin, it can cut the gastrointestinal tract, which doesn't run in a straight line, it runs like a concertina. So this cat could have really severe injury to the intestine, peritonitis, shock, and can die. You can see it's going down into the small intestine, can't you?
Yeah.
So there's no way I'm pulling that out, because if I pull that out, I'm gonna cut.
Pretty dangerous.
Yeah. It's a horrible looking thing, whatever it is.
Scott must now perform emergency surgery before the obstruction travels too far into the intestinal tract.
Poor boy. So we're gonna go nice cranial incision right over where we believe the stomach is.
In London, Scott's been forced to perform emergency surgery on Burmese cat Alex to try to retrieve a length of string that's now lodged dangerously in the young cat's intestine.
Oh wow.
Ooh,
look, look, look.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's cool. That is really cool. Look at that. No way. Opening up the stomach wall and peering in was incredible, because immediately I could see strands of string. Whoa. Cool, man. And pulling it out of the stomach, I can see that Alex has consumed not one, but 2 different types of string. Silly boy. That's so cool. Yeah, I can't wait to unravel that and see. I think it may be able to go halfway around the planet. But also, how do you swallow it? It's like it's like Lady and the Tramp, like just keeps going. I'm actually really surprised that Alex hasn't been vomiting his face off, because that string is definitely not organic, so it wasn't going to go anywhere. He's very lucky because we have cats die of this every year.
Scott's now doing a thorough search to make sure inquisitive Alex hasn't swallowed anything else he shouldn't have.
So I'm just in the process now of investigating the rest of his gastrointestinal tract. So I'm literally starting from the top, the duodenum, and then working all the way through. So I really have to feel each bit to make sure there isn't any more string that could cause Alex a mischief. So everything that's there, I feel confident that he will pass naturally.
Mischievous Alex gets the all clear.
I'm very relieved. This is a much loved cat. He's a young cat. He's got his whole life ahead of him. And what we've done is ensure that Alex is around for a very long time and John's got his little buddy back. Okay, that's it. All done. Let's have a look at this string. Yuck. Yeah, I mean, that could have been really dangerous. Gina, look at that one. Unbelievable, huh? So that was the bit that went down.
Wow.
Yeah. He's been very, very lucky, but absolutely there needs to be a string ban at John's house, 100%. John thinks that Alex is not going to be the cat for a cone of shame, so then I thought we'd go for the medical shirt or cat t-shirt.
In London, naughty string-eating cat Alex is ready to be reunited with his loving owner John after Scott performed emergency surgery to retrieve dangerously tangled string from the one-year-old's stomach.
He just looks completely unimpressed. Sorry, mate. Poor boy. Should we go and find Daddy? Hi, John. Here he is.
He looks pretty perky, actually. He's got this nice
bad.
Look at your coat.
I think he's more unimpressed with the clothing than he is with the surgery.
Yeah.
But the surgery went really well, and it was quite a ball of string that was basically right at the base of the stomach.
Really?
Do you want to have a look at the string?
Yeah, we'll have
pretty
a look
impressive.
at that. Yeah, why not?
You have him. There you go. I'll go and grab the string. John lives on his own and he only has Alex for company, and it's very clear that he absolutely adores this cat. They have a really close connection. It's very, very sweet, and I also love it when guys love cats. It's really lovely to see a bloke that says, yep, I'm a cat person. Have a look at this one.
It's amazing.
And how you manage to actually swallow that is quite extraordinary, isn't it?
Just chewed it up.
Just keep on swallowing.
Yeah.
Eventually he'll learn that that isn't food and that food is food, but I don't know when that'll happen. So in the meantime, I think you're just going to have to watch him like a hawk.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see Alex again. I'm quite happy. He's very dear to me.
There you go, buddy.
Shove him in,
Pop him in? Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Lovely.
All right. We'll see you later, John. Bye, Alex. Take care. No more string now.
If you guys loved that video, great. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel below. That way.